Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time for Riding in a Car After Having Too Much Coffee, the show where we prepare you for whatever's to come next. I really have trained myself to say that whole spiel that I was going with the other days. I should just rattle off the other days to you, but I don't have any of that memorized for today. I remember Boston cream pie was on the list a little bit that I looked at it today. I need to get back to doing the shorts for that. I understand. Been busy. We'll get into some of the craziness that I'm now trying to get through my to-do list. But I was just thinking, stop me if this is how, I don't know, work things go for you. Specifically, like professional development, training type things. So within my profession, audio video things, right? We have a membership that allows us to be within a group, and within that group, you are able to sign up for training, right? And the training doesn't really cost you unless you don't cancel nearly early enough. Like if you cancel last minute, they ding you with a penalty, right? But other than that, it's pretty much free. But I think the big drawback to that is the fact that there's not enough classes. And these are basically online Zoom session type classes that you have to be there at a certain time to be with a professor, and then you're actually remoting into hardware that they have set up for this class and stuff. So there's kind of a physical element along with just the, regular Zoom call type training that you have going on. So I'm trying to get into, let's just say I'm to the point in doing training with them that I'm in one of the higher levels, right? Specifically programming. Now, it's like the beginning of programming, but I've gone through a lot of classes, several in person, some of it's self-guided. But to get into these classes, and they're not being all too often available, I was presented with the opportunity, to join a class that isn't in English. Not going to do that. But then there are also classes in English, but would be UK time or Australia time. So I prepared myself that I believe one of them was going to start at 3 a.m. and it's a 3-day class too. So 3 a.m., 3 days in a row. Was ready. We're going to do this. But alas, I wasn't able to get into the class until January. It's currently October. And so things haven't gotten much better. So I was on two lists. I was in a wait list for Australia. I was in an actual class for UK time. And then finally today, it's still going to be the end of January, but they opened up classes that went pretty quick again, but I was able to at least get a seat in this class that's going to be for the end of January. But just, it's one of these things that I've been through training a lot like this before. And yes, it's on newer equipment and things, the programming part is kind of a little bit the same, but working with different equipment that can do it a little bit easier type deal. But it's one of those things that you learn that you have to keep using to do it well. I don't say that I've forgotten everything that I've ever learned from programming with these things before, but continuing to do all these things, especially all the classes I've taken up to this point, it's those things I have to keep doing, I feel, to do that. And so this is the first class of 3 that I need to do to get this full certificate, become they call it a master programmer. I'm like, oh, well, okay. But that's what I'm going for, right? But if it's going to take 3-4 months between each class, I guess that's going back to school times. I haven't been in school a long time, but keeping going and doing the programming stuff between each of these classes is a major goal that I feel like I need to do. And one of those goals, I think that I figured out a way to do, granted it's going to be on older hardware again, but is to set up the basement studio and do some of these little projects just to keep my skills honed and sharp, something like that. So, probably going to do that on some live streams here soon. Children and life situations permitting, more audio, video, exploring. You know, we got the garage studio, we got the downstairs studio. This would probably be set up in the downstairs area because that's where all the tech for it is already. But anyway, that's what I'm up to. Hope you're all happy. Hope you're healthy. Hope you're driving safely. Don't forget to get your hands dirty and learn something new. We'll catch you on the flip side. See ya.